What's up, guys? We are back here with another public auction walk around, back here in the heat of the storm, man. We were in LA yesterday. However, we had to get back out here because I'm sure some of these cars are going to go for cheap, and it's easier to just have a car out this way already rather than try to drive it back all the way on the freeway. So let's jump right into it, guys. All right, so first up, we got a 2008 Honda CR-V. This one actually looks really good from the outside. It looks like it might have been sitting in the dirt for a long time. It actually has 195,000 miles. Looks good on this side. Has leather gray interior. The arm rest is pretty whooped, but it looks really good in here, guys. Has the clean leather gray interior. Nothing that stands out to me, so I'm sure this will be a great buy right here. The back looks really good as well. Definitely want to try to bid on something like this. Actually looks really good, so I hope this stays cheap and goes for something in my price range. That will work out so greatly because this will be a really good flip right here, I think. All right, so we have a 98 Mitsubishi Eclipse. You got a little bumper hangage right there. I mean, it's a 98, so you got to expect something to be wrong with it. It only has 152,000 miles. Has some chrome little wheels around it. I mean, it looks fairly good. The inside is pretty whipped. I don't know what type of stuff that is, what type of shavings, but the roof is like definitely just all metal. Doesn't have any airbags on that side, looks like. So this may be a salvage title. If it's not salvage title, I don't think all the airbags are in on this one, but I mean, if you just take a walk around it, besides that front bumper, it does look really good. You don't have anything that's standing out. Little wave effect there, nothing too crazy. All in all, it seems like a pretty good Mitsubishi Eclipse. Alrighty, we got a 2006 Hyundai Sonata here. Okay, this one actually looked like they took a wham here and tried to pull that dent out, but it just didn't work as well. They gotta probably just grab a new fender. This one actually has 156,000 miles. Looks really good besides that fender over there. Got a little paint chipping here on the roof. Got the sunroof. I don't know if that works or not. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. You got tan interior. Might have been a young lady's car. The inside actually looks pretty good, pretty decent. Can definitely use a clean of some sort. We can check out the other door because this one is actually locked. But this one, they probably they hit a few poles in this one. Paint is chipping. So I mean, me personally, I probably wouldn't get this one. It's just a lot of, I know when people buy cars, they look at all this stuff and they try to knock you down for every little thing. But it actually smells like gas in here. So we're gonna stay away from this Hyundai Sonata. But I'm sure it's gonna go for cheap, like $200-300 bucks possibly. So we'll stay tuned and see what that one goes for. Alrighty, guys, we got a 2004 Volkswagen Passat. This one is salvage. Looks like they installed a new bumper on there. It does only have 138,000 miles. However, this one has a bad fuel pump from what we're reading up here. So this is definitely gonna be something we're not gonna buy, but I'll just show you. The inside looks like it's been sitting for a while. Has the leather, the gray leather interior. That side of the seat, I mean, it's wood, but it's nothing a nice detail can't fix. The body looks to be in fairly good shape, but I mean, you got a fuel pump issue, so it's not really the body that's gonna worry me as much. You can cut a hatch near that fuel tank. You can probably just get that fuel pump swapped out and have a nice 136,000 mile Volkswagen Passat. You guys let me know in the comments below what you think. We have a 2014 Kia Rio. This is one of the better cars here. Got some perfume there, got some smell good action. If we just go around the body really quick, doesn't look nothing stands out the ordinary. It does have 114,000 miles. That tire is really bald. Gonna need a new tire there. Inside definitely was a smoker car, but I mean, it's really good in here, guys. Like a couple stains and stuff on the seat, but for it to be a 2014, I think this is a pretty decent looking car. Seems pretty fair. That gas tank seems kind of not so legit there, but I mean, it does look really good and it's a 2014. So you got something on your hands there. And this one will probably go for about 2,700, 24 to 2,700, maybe even like 3 grand. So we'll stay tuned and see what this one goes for. Alrighty guys, we got a 2004 BMW 530. No, this is the 530i. And this one actually looks pretty good. You know, we seen a couple last week at the auction that sold for like 27 and like 3 grand. This one actually has 125,000 miles. This is like the first, one of the first models of this generation, 5th gen. So it might be, it might have a lot of problems, seeing that the mileage is pretty low. But I mean, all in all, the interior looks fairly good. It is a 10 interior. You guys know I hate 10 interior, but this one actually looks pretty fair. You can probably just detail it up and get it back sparkling and shining pretty nice. However, it is a 04, so this generation of this particular 5 series, it might have a bunch of problems. So we'll stay tuned and see how those dash lights end up on this one and check it out. But from the first glance, it does look really, really good. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Alrighty guys, we got a 94 Nissan Sentra here, and this one actually looks really good as well. This one has 119,000 miles. Has a little blemish right here, nothing too crazy at all. You're gonna need 4 new hubcaps on it. What's up, man? Inside looks really good. It's actually like a blue cloth like interior, but if you just take a look, it looks really good in here. It seems like a simple enough car, clean enough for you. You can at least get like maybe 1,000 out of it. Like I say, not 1,000, but like maybe a good 850. So you can probably buy this thing for like 150 or something. It looks fairly decent for what it is though. Alrighty, we have a 98 5 series here. 98 528i. This one actually has 143,000 miles. They're saying this one doesn't have a belt. The belt probably popped off in the crash, but if we start with the crash, I mean, it's not too bad. You're definitely probably gonna need a new hood, new light, but it only has 143K, so for that year, the mileage, I guess, is pretty decent. Pretty decent. You got all 4 matching wheels. Definitely was a smoker car in here. I can just imagine when this thing first came out in 98, this thing was freaking clean as heck. Like, boy, I can only imagine, like, if you can just take me back to 98 real quick and see the release of this thing and see how people was reacting and whipping this thing back in the day. Oh man, that would be freaking enjoyable. But you're gonna need a little tail light there. I mean, other than the body, the front fenders and bumpers and stuff, you actually might be pretty good. This one says it just needs a belt, and you got like brand new tires on there, so that tells you they was pretty much driving this car recently. And we'll see what it goes for. We have a 2003 Kia Rio. You guys remember earlier we had the 2014. This one actually has 115,000 miles. Got a little tequila kick here in the front near the headlight. Nothing too crazy there. If you just take a quick look around it, it is, I mean, it's probably not in the best shape, but it is in decent good shape. And this car has actually been sitting for a while. It's like super dusty in here along the dash and stuff, so I'm sure something may be wrong with this one. But you got a couple of dents in the back there. Back bumper's like scraped up really, really bad. It seems to be pretty legit though. I think this thing will go for like maybe like 300 bucks. 300 to 325 for this car, and specifically. What's up, man? How you doing, Mark? All in all, it seems like a pretty fair deal though. Alrighty, we have a 1996 Lexus ES300 here, 228,000 miles on the dash. If we take a look around the body, it seems to be in pretty fair condition here. That door is locked, so let's check the other side. 228 miles on the dash. The inside does look fairly good though for the year. You have no rips that I can see. I mean, it's rips under that seat for sure, but I mean the back, yeah, it's pretty dog back there. It looked like they literally had a dog back there ripping it apart. But I mean, It's a pretty cool Lexus. You see it was a smoker in there, so you know, they wasn't caring about how clean it was. They was just trying to smoke and drive. These Lexuses, when they first came out, dude, I remember they was like really, really clean. A lot of people had these year Lexuses. So, I mean, this one actually is a cool one too. You know, it's pretty reliable. It's a Lexus, so I don't know. We'll stay tuned and see if anything is wrong with that one there. So we have a 2004 Ford Taurus here. It looks like they had a little woo damage here. They switched the front bumper to a black, knocked the mirror off this joint, hit something here. But other than that, the inside looks really good. It actually looks really clean and good in here. Nothing that really stands out. The back is like a full gray leather interior, which has no rips as well. Looks fairly decent in here. I'm sure if you get this thing for cheap, you'd be able to sell it for like at least like $850 to $1,000, maybe even like $1,200. I bet this thing cleaned up will look really nice. Besides that front bumper, so even if you can like get this front bumper color matched and get this little dent right there pulled out, you may have something decent on your hands that'll bring you a pretty decent profit. So just keep that in mind. We have a 1992 Mercedes 300 SEL, or 300 SL rather. This is the coupe. Definitely the Money Talks coupe right here. So in that opening scene on Money Talks, this one actually doesn't have the mileage. The mileage is unknown, but like I was saying, on the opening scene of Money Talks, he's actually in one of these cars right here, and that's like literally my favorite movie of all time. So note that if I give you guys a challenge later. But if we take a look at the inside, I mean, it's pretty whooped. It is a 90 something. I doubt it runs. But I mean, it is the limited edition and it looks pretty good. So just imagine, whoa, look at that dead pigeon. So just imagine this thing with like LS swapped on some fat like wheels with a nice lip, man. That thing will look freaking beast, and it'll be a beast. So I don't know, stay tuned and we'll see how this one works out, guys. Alrighty guys, we got a 1997 Chevy Metro here, and this is a tiny little car. I'm sure this thing is gonna go for cheap. This is compatible to, I believe the Gia. This one actually has 147,000 miles. You got this little bitty like 10-inch dummy tire back there on the car. You got a really old baby seat in the back. I mean, the car might have drove pretty decently. It definitely was a smoker car. Seats are pretty whooped, man. I mean, the interior is definitely whooped, but it's nothing a good detail can do and change. Yeah, this is the Gia, I knew it. Yeah, and this thing is really tiny. Definitely a A to B car. It's nothing like high roadish. So I mean, if you're looking for one of those, this will definitely be pretty cool for you. I guess a first car, you know, something in that range. We have a 1997 Plymouth Breeze here. This is not even a Dodge, so this is a knockoff, and you know, we don't do knockoffs. We stick straight to the brand. So this one actually has 142,000 miles. I don't even think Plymouth is in business anymore. Plymouth is like pretty much, I guess, the same thing as like Chrysler kind of, but this actual brand of Chrysler, Plymouth, isn't in business anymore. So me personally, I definitely wouldn't feel comfortable buying a car that's not even in business no more. But if you like it, I love it. So you're gonna need 4 hubcaps on it. The body seems to be in pretty fair condition. Nothing crazy that stands out. So I mean, you might have a decent running car on your hands. We have a 2002 Honda Accord here. This one actually has a lot of damage, guys. We got front tires that's flat, fenders that's jacked up, mirrors that's jacked up, dents and stuff in the hood. The front bumper is hanging. Look like they try to repaint this thing. It has 175,000 miles. I don't even know how to get in this car. All the door handles are like pretty much broken. Yeah, they had some Fruit Loops, all type of stuff back here. Boy, this thing is whooped. Yeah, this car is super whooped. So definitely not gonna bid on this one. We're gonna proceed to send this one to the junkyard. But if you guys need a parts car, hey, this is yours, because it's gonna sell for about $100. Alrighty guys, you got a 1997 Ford Escort here. You got a little tequila kick there in the front, nothing too crazy. This one actually looks really good. It only has 78,000 miles, guys. This one actually might be the buy today. I'm not a big fan of Ford, but when they have a nice little Ford that's a gas saver and it has low mileage and it smells pretty good in here. It's actually really dirty, but it does smell really good in here. So I got some faith for this one. I got a little bit of potential. And it only has 78,000 miles, so you can definitely sell this one for a good price. Clean it up, get them wheels like really shined up, armor all down, and let me know how much you think this car will sell for. I think it'll sell for like at least 1,500 cleaned up, because I mean it's nothing at all wrong with the car that looks like, and it looks to be in fairly good condition. So 78,000 miles, I think that thing will sell for like 1,500 at the auction here, maybe like 6. We have another Eclipse. This one actually is the 1999 Spider Edition. So this is the one Tyrese had in Fast and Furious. Yeah, this is definitely the one Tyrese had. It is the Spider one. It's definitely not purple. However, this one has a bad motor, as you see right there. It has a bad motor. It's on red bottoms here with the red and black interior. Honestly, it's pretty whooped. They got a little TV radio right there, which is, it really doesn't matter because the inside of this thing is pretty whooped. I would never want to get one of these. And I'm sure the top doesn't work, but it has I guess a carbon fiber exhaust. I don't even know if that's a real carbon fiber or not, but it does have a carbon fiber exhaust. I mean, it's an old car, guys, so you know the panels and stuff are gonna look pretty worn. But hey, if you want a Spider Edition Mitsubishi, this may be you. Alright, this one actually is a rebuilt title. This is a 95 Toyota Camry here. This one has a little whammies in the front, little tequila kick there, a little hi-ya. The front bumper and the hood is like faded. They probably had like one of those little shader things on here. You got a little dent right there. 267,000 miles on the dash. You got tan interior. I mean, the tan interior actually looks really, really clean, but the car itself just looks worn and really, really old. So me personally, I wouldn't bid on it, because I know when people are looking at these cars to buy, they look at all that stuff, and all that stuff is just a turning factor. You don't want any turning factors when you're selling the car. So you just try to start from the jump, man, and get something that you barely got to do anything to it. That's where you win. Find a car that you barely need anything done to it. Alrighty guys, we got a 2001 Infiniti G20 here. Right before the G35 started popping, this was the one. Got a little tequila kick here in the front. Need that fender pull back up, that passenger turning signal light. This side actually looks fairly decent. It only has 204,000 miles. This one does have a fuel pump issue. It has leather black interior. The seats is ripped. The car is dirty junk. I'm sure this one was probably stolen or something. Radio's missing. Like, this is definitely junk here, guys. So we won't be bidding on this one. And I pray for anybody that does. It's the G20T. I don't know if that's turbo or what, but definitely not my flavor. It's pretty whooped. So no need to stick and stay. Guys, we have a 2002 Mercury Sable here. This one actually has 107,000 miles. It says it has a bad fuel pump issue, but if we take a look around the car, I mean, it looks fairly decent. You might be able to cut a hatch back there near the fuel pump and just swap that out without dropping the whole tank, and then just glue the tank back up. They got writing on the dashboard. Like, why would you write on the dashboard? Clearly they didn't care. I mean, the inside does look pretty clean for the most part. However, Mercury, I don't even think they're in business. So me personally, I wouldn't buy the car. I wouldn't even bid on it. Oh yes, if you see this side, we're definitely not bidding on this. Has a big tequila kick here, guys. That wheel's pushed in. This whole side is like woo-whammed in. Mirror hanging, so we're gonna keep it rocking because I know you guys don't want that car. Alrighty guys, we got a 2003 Ford Explorer here. This one actually has a bad motor as well. I mean, bad motor. Body's in fairly decent shape. Inside is pretty decent. I mean, it's dirty, but it's not as bad as we seen earlier today. So I mean, seems like it'll be a pretty legit car if the motor was running. But as we know, this motor is really, really bad, I guess. So it's not gonna run. They're just gonna tow this one through, sell it for like maybe 150 bucks. It's gonna be done. But yeah, guys, if you want a project, hey man, let me know. Alrighty, guys, we have a 1994 Isuzu here with 170,000 miles. This one actually has the flat black burnt to crisp paint. I don't know what the idea was here. Maybe the idea was to get the outside to look like the inside. But I don't know, it's a brown type of leather in here. Just looks really, really dirty, guys. Dirty and old. This car is like literally as old as I am. 25 years old. Definitely wouldn't grab it. But I mean, I'll show you since we're here. And it was burgundy before originally. All matte black now. Pretty whooped. Pretty whooped. So we'll just keep moving on. Alrighty, guys, we got a 1997 Ford Ecoline here. This one actually has 140,000 miles. Nice little Ford van here. If we take a peek in the inside, it does have that little cage right there. So this one was definitely a work van. The inside, well, the front of the inside doesn't look like anything stands out. Probably got some seat covers there. The back actually looks pretty good. You got a bunch of space back here. And it comes with a gas canteen. So this one actually may be pretty good. You can probably sell this one to like a nice worker or something. But however, we got a nice tequila kick here up in the front. Yeah, that door is stuck. And that fender's gonna need to come off. Let's see if this door is stuck, because you never know. Yeah, that door is definitely stuck. So yeah, guys, I don't think this one might be the best deal, but I mean, it's gonna be a deal because it's not much to fix at all, and it seems like a lot of people could use that van. Alrighty, another van here. We have a 94 here, E350. That one's like I forget what year that one was, but you guys just see this one looks pretty I guess in fair condition. The body, 281,000 miles, little tequila kick there. Inside, really, really old, 25 years old, guy. And you can just see back there. Door is locked on that. Yeah, you got a couch back here and whole little bed set back here, so carpet, everything. So they was using this as like a little stripper section or something. Cool little truck though, seeing what it got in the back. Alrighty, guys, we got a 2005 Chrysler here. This one has 168,000 miles. The body looks to be in fairly good condition. If we take a peek at the inside, definitely was a smoker. I don't know if this window rolls down or not, but that window's been down for a while. Really, really dirty in here, guys. Definitely, like I said, was a smoker. I'm sure if you get this thing super detailed up, you might have something decent on your hands. Because I mean, the body looks really good from a first glance. Nothing really faded or anything. This side looks to be in good shape too. So just imagine this thing all cleaned up. We can actually peek at the motor really quick. Seems to be really dusty. Got some antifreeze in there. Seems like a pretty legit car though. Seems like it's pretty legit. We have a 2006 Malibu here. A little light tequila kick here in the front. I don't know if this car was here last week or not. Can't really remember. If you guys remember, let me know. This one has 185,000 miles. Besides the front, the body seems to be in fairly decent condition, I guess. Inside, you're missing a turning signal there. Yeah, I actually think we might have seen this one last week. definitely was a smoker car. That's all you can smell in this thing. 185,000 miles, guys. I'd probably leave it where it's at, but you guys do see it looks fairly decent in here. And then out here too, it's really not about the mileage. It's more so about how clean the car is and how good it runs. So even if you guys see, and even if you get a really high mileage car out here, it is the potential that you'll get a really good sale out of it. So this one may be pretty decent if it goes for cheap. I don't know, we'll let you know. Alrighty guys, we got a 1999 Ford Explorer here. This one has 297,000 miles. It actually is the two-door. Body seems to be in fairly good shape. It has that ugly tan interior, that dirty tan interior from like 97. And it's freaking whooped in here, guys. You got stuff hanging from the ceiling, all type of stuff. So yeah, I doubt that sunroof works. And that door doesn't even close, so we're just gonna keep this thing moving here. So I know you guys really don't care about this, so nothing too crazy here to see. Nothing too crazy. Alrighty guys, we got a 2005 Lincoln Navigator here. This thing is pretty much slammed down on its suspension system, on its air ride or whatever. We take a look in the inside. It has that gray. It has that ugly like tan interior. Radio's missing. Back is, it's fairly good. It's in decent shape. However, the overall car itself is just whooped, guy. That door is locked. You can't open that. But this actually is a pretty old Lincoln, so I probably wouldn't buy this one. But the front makes it look a little bit newer until you get to the taillights. I don't know what you guys think about that truck. Let me know how much you think it'll sell for, because I don't even think it runs. Alrighty, we actually have a 2010 trailer here. They call it like a carry-on trailer. You actually have a room and everything in there. That's crazy. Wow. You got a room in there. You got a little sink. You got dishes. Wow. This is pretty neat in here, guys. I never really seen anything like this. You can probably just put this thing on your trailer. Oh, and it's got AC. Wow. I think this might be a pretty a good buy right here. You can literally sleep anywhere you want. Throw that thing on a trailer. Clean up the room in the back, man. Airbnb that joint out. Airbnb that joint out. You got the Breaking Bad trailer up in here. I think this one sold for like $100 last week. This big, really huge presidential trailer sold for $100 last week, guys. So yeah, we'll see what this one goes for, because that's actually really cool. It has AC and a room and kitchen in there in that little trailer. That's wild. All right, so guys, these are some of the cars that's not running, and that's pretty much junk. They don't start at all. So I'll just go over them really quick with you. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. The PT Loser. We got a Ford Explorer. Everything is super whooped. This thing is burnt to crisp right here. And we got a Camaro down here. This is an IROC. And it got vet stocks on it. No motor. The paint seems to be in fairly decent condition though. Yeah, this one is definitely like a 92 because of that steering wheel. It's definitely like a 92 IROC. Just slap a motor and trans in this joint and you got a nice classic car. The exhaust is, yeah, the exhaust is freaking whooped under there. I don't even, yeah, that exhaust is hanging off, bent up, everything. So it's got no motor, so what do you expect? And then this one here, I don't even know what this car is, guy. I don't even know what this car is. This thing look crazy in here. Oh, it's a freaking Mustang. Wow. That's crazy. You wouldn't even know this is a Mustang. This thing had its share, boy. Had its share. You got a nice little truck there with the back off all broken down. That's crazy. So yeah, guys, that's going to be a wrap for today's video. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you are a subscriber already, don't hesitate to share that video and let me get on your community post. I greatly appreciate it, man. If you guys are wondering what these cars go for, be sure to check the link below, and see what these cars go for, because it's actually going to be out the next day after this video. So yeah, guys, as always, be easy out there and take it easy. Peace.